Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. Ships have become massive in size and require help when navigating port and harbor waterways. Tugboats were designed to assist these vessels when they needed to dock or reach the open water. The Charlotte Dundas, the first steam-powered tugboat, transformed marine operations in Scotland and worldwide from 1802, signaling the shift from sail power to mechanized harbor aid. With the help of strong engines that produce an incredible pulling force despite their modest size, tugboats securely navigate large ships through congested ports. These marine workhorses pull, push, and steer ships that are unable to maneuver in confined spaces on their own. With azimuth stern drive or diesel-electric drive systems, modern tugboats can produce up to 10,000 horsepower and 80 to 150 tons of bollard pull. With strengthened steel construction, 360-degree rotating thrusters, sophisticated winches, and specialized fendering, their small hulls allow them to push against large boats, while yet exhibiting exceptional mobility in confined locations. Because large aircraft carriers are unable to navigate and operate precisely in crowded harbors, tugboats help. Carriers cannot use their engines to safely maneuver within narrow port constraints, even with their strong propulsion systems. Despite the most hazardous times of port operations, tugs act as nimble extensions of the ship's steering system. In the centuries-old man-on-rails custom, sailors line the perimeter of the flight deck in their dress whites to represent respect and readiness during aircraft carrier deployments. This ceremonial manning of the rails symbolizes both naval heritage and the smooth coordination between tugboat crews and carrier personnel during this crucial transition to open water, as tugboats expertly maneuver the enormous warship from the port. During departures, a well-coordinated crew of sailors and civilian harbor pilots work together on the bridge of U.S. Navy aircraft carriers. While quartermaster navigators track position, helmsmen handle steering, and lee helmsmen oversee engines. The officer of the deck retains overall command. When the enormous warship moves from the pier to the open ocean after extensive maintenance, Several lookouts scan for danger. Aircraft carriers use their nuclear propulsion systems to accelerate to operating speeds once they are not restricted by harbors. Personnel on the flight deck get ready for aircraft operations. As it shifts to blue water operations and mission readiness, the enormous ship progressively picks up speed so that its propellers and rudders can achieve the best steering and propulsion efficiency. As the enormous carrier makes its way through the tiny 120-mile strait that connects the Mediterranean to the Red Sea, a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier traversing the Suez Canal is a sight to behold. The carrier moves gingerly at 5 to 8 knots, with sections having less than 100 feet of clearance on either side. For security, the transit is accompanied by many escort vessels. Throughout this transit, specialized tugboats act as scouts, carrying out vital tasks outside of their typical harbor duties. These nimble boats communicate with oncoming commercial traffic, keep an eye on shifting sandbanks, and search ahead for underwater hazards. Their modest drafts allow them to travel safely where the deep draft carrier cannot, and their raised pilot houses offer better visibility. It takes careful coordination between tugboat operators and submarine crew to guide a Los Angeles-class submarine to dry dock. Port tugs fasten several tow lines to specially reinforced hull attachment points, while the submarine first ballasts to the ideal trim. While backup tugs provide lateral stability against currents and crosswinds, the prime tug carefully pulls the 360-foot craft using specialist submarine handling techniques. Secure channels allow the tug leaders and the submarine's bridge watch team to communicate continuously. To provide counter thrust, tugs strategically position themselves to preserve exact centerline alignment. During undocking operations, harbor tugs fasten several lines to specifically marked towing locations. While auxiliary tugs strategically position themselves to counteract any lateral movement induced by winds or currents, the lead tug starts a gentle pulling force. Guided by tugboat operators who are in regular contact with harbor control and submarine personnel, the submarine slowly emerges from the concrete chamber, with inches of clearance on all sides. The safe transition from maintenance condition back to operational readiness is ensured by this delicate coordination between the submarine and the tugs. To move the 45,000-ton Iowa-class battleship New Jersey toward its historical origin, 4 strong McAllister tugboats must work together in a remarkable feat of coordination. The battleship's reinforced bow and stern towing points are secured by 2 major tugs, while lateral movement is managed by auxiliary tugs that position alongside. With engines producing thousands of horsepower, the lead tug pulls the 887-foot behemoth at walking speed, while expert captains use precise throttle adjustments to counteract tidal currents. Coordinated movements as the formation gets closer to the small dry dock entrance are guaranteed via radio communication. As the water drained away from the New Jersey, her enormous hull was revealed within Dry Dock 3 of the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. There is another area where tugboats are needed. Since ancient times, ships have been at risk of fires. When badly maintained boilers exploded during Mississippi River docking in the 1865 Sultana catastrophe, 1,800 people were killed. Due to limited firefighting skills and confined spaces, harbor fires in the early 20th century often devoured many ships at once. Despite improvements in protection, port fires are still a threat today. On July 12, 2020, the USS Bonham Richard caught fire while being maintained at Naval Base San Diego. A minor fire in a lower car storage area quickly grew larger as flames met flammable objects and crossed containment lines. The fire extended vertically through 11 of the ship's 14 decks, reaching temperatures of above 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 days. From shipboard positions and harbor tugs sprinkling water on the superstructure, more than 400 firefighters fought the fire. Instead of attempting a $3 billion restoration, the Navy decided to decommission the $750 million ship. As strong mobile platforms that can attack vessel flames from many angles, tugboats are commonly used in maritime firefighting tactics. These multi-purpose vessels cool burning structures and put out fires using specialized high-volume water cannons. These produce flows of more than 11,000 gallons per minute. To operate continuously in extremely hot conditions where land-based equipment cannot safely approach, modern firefighting tugs are increasingly equipped with cutting-edge technology like thermal imaging cameras, foam-generating devices, and self-protecting water curtains. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.